The late 19th century saw the very first steps toward electronic moving images. Scientists and inventors were experimenting with ways to transmit images using electricity. While these early systems were crude, they laid the groundwork for what was to come. The idea of television, transmitting live images over distances, was born. In the early 20th century, inventors around the world raced to develop a working television system. Two names stand out: John Logie Baird in Britain and Philo Farnsworth in the United States. These pioneers worked independently, pursuing different technological approaches. Their efforts would ultimately bring television to reality. John Logie Baird, a Scottish engineer, is credited with demonstrating the first working television system in 1925. His groundbreaking work laid the foundation for the future of broadcasting and visual communication. His system used a mechanical system with a rotating disc to transmit images. This rotating disc, known as the Nipkow disc, was a crucial component in the early days of television technology. While primitive, Baird's invention captured the public's imagination. People were fascinated by the idea of seeing moving images transmitted over the airwaves, something that had never been possible before. He continued to refine his system, conducting public demonstrations that amazed onlookers. These demonstrations were pivotal in gaining public interest and support for the new technology. Meanwhile, in the United States, a young inventor named Philo Farnsworth was independently developing his own television technology. Farnsworth was a visionary who saw the potential of electronic television. Farnsworth's system, unlike Baird's, was electronic. He believed that electronic systems would be more efficient and provide better image quality than mechanical systems. He utilized a cathode ray tube, a technology that would become the foundation for television for decades to come. The cathode ray tube allowed for clearer and more stable images, revolutionizing the way television was viewed. In 1927, Farnsworth successfully transmitted the first electronic television image. This marked a significant milestone in the history of television, paving the way for the modern era of broadcasting. The early years of television saw a technological battle between mechanical and electronic systems. Mechanical systems, like Baird's, were initially more advanced. However, electronic systems, spearheaded by Farnsworth's innovations, offered greater potential for higher resolution and a clearer picture. By the late 1930s, electronic television had emerged as the dominant technology. The transition to electronic television paved the way for significant advancements in picture quality and broadcasting capabilities. Television sets became more sophisticated, and the development of broadcast infrastructure allowed for wider distribution of television signals. The stage was set for television to become a mass medium. Black and white television dominated the early decades of the medium. However, research into color television continued throughout this period. In the 1940s, the United States adopted the NTSC standard for color television broadcasting. This development marked a turning point in television history. The introduction of color television revolutionized the viewing experience. Programs, commercials, and news broadcasts came to life with vibrant colors. The transition to color television was gradual, as manufacturers ramped up production of color sets and broadcasters adapted to the new technology. However, by the 1970s, color television had become the norm in most households. Section 5. The rise of cable and satellite. For the first few decades of television, broadcasting was dominated by over-the-air signals. These signals were transmitted from local broadcast towers and received by antennas, often referred to as rabbit ears, that were placed on top of television sets or rooftops. Viewers were limited to a handful of channels broadcast from local towers. This meant that the programming options were quite restricted, often consisting of just a few local stations that offered a mix of news, sports, and entertainment. However, the advent of cable and satellite television in the 1970s and 1980s dramatically expanded programming choices. This period marked a revolutionary change in how people consumed television content. Cable television delivered television signals to homes via coaxial cables, which were capable of carrying a much larger amount of data compared to traditional over-the-air signals. This allowed for a greater number of channels to be offered to viewers. Meanwhile, satellite television beamed signals from satellites orbiting Earth. These signals were received by satellite dishes installed at homes, enabling access to a wide array of channels from around the globe. These technologies allowed for the creation of cable-only channels, which were not available through traditional broadcast methods. This led to a significant increase in the variety of programming available to viewers, offering a wider variety of programming, including movies, which were previously only available in theaters or on VHS tapes, sports, which brought live events and specialized sports content into homes, and news, which provided more comprehensive and diverse coverage of current events. The rise of cable and satellite television marked a significant shift in the television landscape. It not only increased the number of channels available, but also introduced new genres and formats, forever changing the way people watch TV. Section 6. The Digital Revolution. The late 20th century witnessed a technological revolution in television with the advent of digital television. Digital signals offered several advantages over analog signals, including higher picture quality, improved sound, and more efficient use of bandwidth. The transition to digital television began in the 1990s and continued into the 21st century. Digital television brought about a new era of high-definition television, or HDTV. HDTV offered a significantly sharper and more detailed picture compared to standard definition television. The transition to digital television also paved the way for the development of new features, such as interactive program guides and on-demand content. Section 7. Flat screens and high definition. Alongside the shift to digital, television sets themselves underwent a dramatic transformation. Bulky cathode ray tube, or CRT televisions, a mainstay in homes for decades, gave way to sleek flat-screen displays. Liquid crystal display, or LCD, and plasma display panel, or PDP, technologies emerged as the leading flat-screen technologies. Flat-screen televisions offered several advantages over their CRT predecessors. They were significantly thinner and lighter, making them easier to wall mount or fit into smaller spaces. Flat-screen displays also offered wider viewing angles and improved color accuracy. The combination of flat-screen technology and high-definition resolution transformed the television viewing experience. Section 8. The streaming era. The early 21st century witnessed another revolution in television: the rise of streaming services. Companies like Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime Video emerged, offering viewers on-demand access to a vast library of movies, TV shows, and original content. These platforms quickly gained popularity. Streaming services leveraged the power of the internet to deliver content directly to viewers' televisions, computers, and mobile devices. This new method of content delivery, streaming services, disrupted the traditional television model, offering viewers greater flexibility and control over their viewing habits. No longer were audiences tied to rigid broadcast schedules. Subscribers could watch their favorite shows and movies whenever they wanted, without the constraints of a broadcast schedule. This convenience and accessibility. The rise of streaming services has had a profound impact on the television industry, leading to changes in viewing habits and content creation. Traditional TV networks had to adapt, creating their own streaming platforms to keep up with the competition. The shift also encouraged the production of high-quality original content, as streaming services sought to attract and retain subscribers. This era has not only changed how we consume content, but also how it is produced, with a focus on binge-worthy series and exclusive releases. The streaming era has truly transformed the landscape of television. Section 9. Television's impact on society. Television has had a profound impact on society since its inception. It has become a primary source of news and information, a powerful medium for entertainment, and a platform for cultural exchange. Television has shaped our views on politics, social issues, and popular culture. Television has also been a powerful tool for education. Educational programs, documentaries, and public service announcements have informed and enlightened viewers on a wide range of topics. However, television has also been criticized for its potential negative influences, such as the glorification of violence, the perpetuation of stereotypes, and the promotion of consumerism. Section 10. The future of TV. The future of television is constantly evolving. Advancements in technology, such as artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and augmented reality, are poised to further transform the television viewing experience. AI-powered personal assistants are already integrated into some smart TVs, providing voice control and personalized recommendations. VR and AR have the potential to create immersive and interactive television experiences. Imagine watching a live sporting event from the perspective of the player on the field, or exploring a historical event through an AR documentary. As technology continues to advance, the possibilities for the future of television are limitless.